Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Welcome to the TJ Fanatico's Podcast.
Hi. Love it, love it, love it. I think I'm getting a little indigestion, or as some country people say, intergestion. You ever heard anybody say that? Intergestion. I'm having intergestion.
You got to take some medicine for that.
Yeah. You know, the same people that would say out of space instead of outer space. Love that. But I've been saying, that's one of those Riggins that I've been saying the wrong way for so long as a joke that I find myself saying it most of the time, no matter what.
That'll happen.
Out of space.
Yeah, it becomes not a joke and just how you say it.
Mm-hmm. Just like I was trying to, do certain words in a Boston accent to the point now that I think I have to catch myself from seriously saying apartment.
The Boston accent's hard to do.
It is.
I find it really hard to do.
Yeah. Apartment.
I have to hear it almost every time, like a Mark Wahlberg type character to get it back. It's really hard to do, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, Rob does a good.
Rob got my sure.
Is it sure?
Sure.
Do I do a good of?
Don't you do a good Boston?
No, I just do Vin Diesel. Family.
No, it's not that one.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, that's I like it. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. But who's the comedian that I think is funny? The guy from Boston, redheaded guy.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
He doesn't have you can tell he's from there, but he doesn't have a strong Boston like that. He wouldn't say apartment, or he wouldn't say Brett Five. Five has Parkinson's. He wouldn't say that.
He just looks like he's from Boston. Doesn't sound like it.
He's very funny, though. He's very funny. Okay, so our list that we are working from now is the top 5 red flags that women should see in men to not date them. Top red flags women should watch out for in a man. Number 5 was guys who say all their exes are crazy. Number 4, guys with no friends. Number 3 was jealous men's. So brings us to number 2, and we will get to number 2 and expand upon it coming up next.
More of TJ's Fanatico Podcast is coming up.
If you want to lose weight the safe, effective way, then you need Calotren. Calotren is not a drug, but it's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it today at toploss.com. Toploss.com. It's Calotren.
Sure, it's critical, it's opinionated, but it's fun. It's the TJ Fanatico Podcast.
Sure. Yeah, there are a lot of Mark Wahlberg impressions going around the social medias. And all. I mean, it's always in that up. Yeah. Hey, how's your ma? Say hi to your ma.
Yeah. What? You think you're the only guy with a gun? Who does that one? That's the line. That was the line I was saying. You think you're the only guy with a gun? Oh, Marky Mark.
Yeah. I like most of his movies.
They're fine. They're good. Yeah. I mean, he hits more than he misses. I think. That's probably accurate. He's never going to win an Oscar, I don't think.
You don't think?
I don't think so. But he's a good actor for what he does.
Yeah. He got that drip.
He does like to point out that he has the drip. And what did he do the other day? He said, I'm on vacation. I'm having a croissant. And he eats a croissant.
Oh, yeah, he's in the hotel.
All right, I'm done with Marky Mark.
That was an ad for his sportswear.
Is that what it was?
Municipal is the brand.
Hey, no one's looking at me. I'm going to have a croissant.
What do I have? On vacation?
Everybody's so good.
And then he's like, check the drip, because he's wearing a full outfit of his athleisure. Okay, so top red flags women should watch out for in men's, and we are at number 2, egomaniacs.
Yeah.
And that's pretty common.
Yeah, I
thing
think so.
to look out for. Do you know do you have a signal, Riggins, that's an immediate sign that you're dealing with an egomaniac? Something they do?
Not really. I mean, I probably could put together a list, but like nothing stands out. I'm like, that person's an egomaniac.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to spend a little time with somebody before you determine that.
I don't.
You can find out right away?
Yeah.
What's the sign?
By things that they say, like certain little things in their speech patterns and stuff like that. Like if they say "my," like they're saying, "Hey, where are my?" What do you say? Like maybe where? Like the guy that was the announcer for the monster truck show I had to go to that you were at that night that we were working,
remember that.
and he would go, "Where's my Gravediggers fans?" So when you say that kind of thing, like, all right, I gotta talk to, all of my Capricorns. When they say
right.
my,
Shout out to all my.
And another one is when they're telling you a story about a conversation they had with somebody and they exaggerate how many times that person said their name. Like if I'm telling you the story and go, so yesterday I was talking to my friend Jenny, and Jenny said, TJ, I just had the weirdest thing happen to me. And I'm like, what happened? She said, well, you know about these sort of things, TJ, and I don't. This is from more of your area of expertise. So the guy came in and he was trying to be funny, and I didn't laugh, and then he gave me this awkward look. So TJ, I didn't know what he meant by that. TJ, I didn't know whether to be offended or not. So you'll hear that a lot now that I pointed it out. People who say their names, like somebody is saying their name every time they go to talk to them.
That is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also be
Yeah, my friend Jenny doesn't do that. I was just using that as an example.
That's good though. Yeah, making it you're such the main character in somebody else's story.
Yeah,
that's a good way of finding out somebody's an egomaniac. And I think women can be egomaniacs too.
Sure.
I just think the trope is that men are egomaniacs and they're a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's probably a good red flag. You don't want to be around an egomaniac. They're annoying. They don't ask you questions about yourself.
Sometimes I find them amusing. Because they're so egotistical that I can be sarcastic with them for my own amusement, and they don't know it. Yeah. They think I'm pumping them up. Yeah.
Joan Rivers used to say, like, if you get the option to be sat next to an egomaniac or a bore, who are you going to pick? And she'd say, always pick the egomaniac, because at least they're interesting at a dinner party rather than a bore that's just boring.
And they give you something to make fun of them.
Yeah. I totally get that. If you can have a little bit of fun at their expense, silently, you don't need to.
I just wonder how we came to the word maniac to go with that for someone who's egotistical.
It's a mania.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
You think?
Absolutely.
Like somebody didn't just choose, oh, he's an ego freak, or he's an ego glutton.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This sounds like
maniac, egomaniac. But you don't hear women being called egomaniacs.
Rarely.
You call women being self-centered and stuck up and whatever, full of herself.
Yeah.
That's another way to go. Yeah, she is pretty, but she knows it. You hear that kind of thing.
Yeah, I bet she does.
Yeah, he's good looking, but he knows it.
Why is that a bad thing?
Well, it just means they act like, that they know that they're good looking. Mm-hmm. They're not humble.
Yeah.
You ever heard anybody say humble instead of humble?
Humble?
Yeah, humble.
Tom Humble. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And an egomaniac also will listen to your story and act like they're interested and then make it all about them. Mm-hmm. Like the one-upper, I think, is a version of the egomaniac. Yeah. Oh, we actually did that last year. It was okay. We thought it was okay. It's all right. I even talked to you.
Or they brag on themselves by telling you something good that somebody else said about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah, I was talking to my grandma the other day, and she's been sick, and I was checking on her, and I mean, she just going on and on, and she was like, TJ, you are you're so considerate, and your whole life you've just been special when it comes to considering other people's feelings and all of that. And I'm like, well, Grandma, how are you?
True.
Yeah. And then I said this one not long ago, an observation that I made. People who talk about, like especially on social media, how much their dog loves them.
Yes.
That's a way of flexing and bragging on yourself. Like, he's follows me everywhere.
A little shadow.
Yeah. He missed his mama. Yeah.
Like, that's what dogs do.
Yeah. So they don't say I'm great.
Yeah.
They say the dog thinks I'm great.
This dog doesn't know what to do without me.
Yeah, so I must be great.
Hey, well, that dog ate a turd 5 minutes ago, so it also loves turds as much as it loves you, apparently. Yeah. It is crazy.
But have you ever known an egomaniac that knew that he was an egomaniac? Or they're oblivious to it? Because they're so wrapped up in themselves.
Maybe they're oblivious to it, or maybe they would just straight out deny it. Like, that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's way beneath me to be an egomaniac.
Yeah, you think I would? And I wonder if it's clinical. Like, do doctors be like, that person's an egomaniac?
Yeah.
Like, is it a mental?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
is.
they would put it more into the narcissist category. But a narcissist clinically doesn't have the ability to care about anything else. So sometimes you can be an egomaniac and then still have feelings for other people and not want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But narcissists can't feel it. That's why a narcissist, clinical narcissist, will say and do some of the most hurtful things to get you to react to them. Because the slightest reaction that you give them, they're going to turn it around and act like you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
They
will do that.
Mm-hmm. But then, they can say and do whatever they want, as hurtful as it may be, and then they don't understand that they don't have the ability to feel that kind of thing, to go, oh, I shouldn't say that, I'm going to hurt her feeling.
Yeah.
The clinical narcissists don't possess the ability to care about other people. That's why just somebody who's stuck on themselves or braggadocious, I don't think people should be calling them narcissists, because narcissist is actually a real condition, narcissism.
Yeah. Is it a scale? Like, can you be a little bit narcissistic? Like,
I don't know.
Like, is that how they measure it? Like,
Yeah, he's got a mild case of narcissism.
yeah, because I think at some point everybody can be a little narcissistic. Like,
I don't think, no, because if you're a clinical narcissist, then you do have those other things where it's deeper than just being self-centered or selfish. Because even if you're in a moment, Riggins, you're being selfish about something, if all of a sudden you got a call that somebody like that you just had an argument with was in a car wreck, you'd be concerned about them. You'd be, oh my God, wait, are they okay?
Yeah.
Narcissists aren't like that.
yeah,
They look at it like, okay, well, I'm not saying that it's because he was just mean to me that he had that car accident, but karma's a bitch.
oh yeah, that's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You might think it, but you don't say it out loud. Come on,
Right.
That's an awful thing to do. How bad was the argument?
He deserved it.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I could see where that you wouldn't be a good boyfriend or husband material if somebody recognizes that when you're just dating.
Not good.
Mm-hmm.
No kind of maniac.
Yeah,
Just as a rule of thumb.
right. Maniacs, unless they're animaniacs, then they're fun. But
Yeah.
they still cause a lot of chaos. The animaniacs.
Oh,
do.
they all over the Warner
Yeah.
Brothers lot.
They're crazy to the max.
They're crazy to the max.
You remember correctly.
We've got baloney in our slacks.
But that's why it's dangerous to call everybody who may be a little bit selfish narcissist, because then it confuses the situation, and then women or men end up with someone who is really a narcissist, or they end up not being with someone that could have been good for them because they chalked them up to be a narcissist.
Yeah.
You know?
Call them a butt face, or
Yeah.
pick any other word other than that because it has a meaning.
Mm-hmm. Just like I don't think it's funny when people just throw out the term stalker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been stalking me. He's been looking at my Facebook today. Well, no. Stalking is a dangerous situation. Serious. Don't be saying that people are stalking or they're a stalker just because they looked at some old pictures of you on social media.
Yeah, that's good.
And liked 30 of them.
And then added your mom as a friend.
Right. And then followed you to work.
It's different. It's just different.
Lighten up.
Make sure you check out the Fall Fest at the Stowe Family YMCA on October 25th. Enjoy games, trunk or treat, activities, and more. Wear your costumes and join the fun from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Free for everyone. Get more information at GastonYMCA.org.